Have you ever felt like a misfit? Congratulations, you may be a weirdo. I want to show you a very famous experiment.
The Asch experiment is one of psychology's oldest and most popular pieces of research. A volunteer is told that he's taking part in a visual perception test. What he doesn't know is that the other participants are actors, and he's the only person taking part in the real test, which is actually about group conformity.
Please begin. The experiment you will be taking part in today involves the perception of line length. Your task will be simply to look at the line here on the left and indicate which of the three lines on the right is equal to it in length. So, for example, if you...
The actors have been told to match the wrong lines. The volunteer will be monitored to see if he gives the correct answer or if he goes along with the opinion of the group and gives the wrong answer. In the first test, the correct answer is 2.
1. 1. 1. 2.
1.
Once again, the correct answer is 2.
3. 3. 3. 3.
3.
Nearly 75% of the participants in this experiment went along with the rest of the group at least one time. Humans are very social creatures. We will conform to the group. We want to be like the majority even if we don't believe what they are saying. We end up believing it. We don't want to be seen to rock the boat. So if you constantly feel you are so different, you will be afraid of being called a weirdo. But don't worry, I am a weirdo too, if this makes you feel better. But I think we should be proud of being a weirdo. My mother is from mainland China, and my father is from Taiwan. Mainland China and Taiwan have a very tense and sensitive relationship for some political and cultural reasons. I grew up in mainland China, so I was pretty much cultivated as a mainlander. I had little knowledge about Taiwanese culture. But when the year I turned 13, my parents decided to send me to a very special boarding school. It's a Taiwanese school in mainland China. All students and instructors in the school are Taiwanese, so the school has an entirely different culture from mainland China. I did not have much experience with Taiwanese culture, but I am Taiwanese, so I was excited. But I had never expected to find out in this school, students have extremely strong hatred toward mainland Chinese, and they always negatively stereotype mainlanders. Unfortunately, my strong mainlander accent and my mainlander behaviors made me a target for bullying. I could never blame those who hurt me because we were all just immature kids. But I will never forgive myself because I gradually became a person like them. I did not bully people, but I did hurt myself and my mom. Under the environment, I hated myself so much. Why I am not acting like a Taiwanese just like everyone else. And I intentionally or unintentionally blame my mom for being a mainlander. I hated my mom and my cultural background. I think they made me a weirdo. I did not realize being a weirdo is a gift until it made me stand out in a competitive application for an internship in Taiwan. It was a very famous music studio, so many people were crazy about getting that job. But I finally got the job because I was the only applicant who was familiar with mainland Chinese culture. The company wanted to expand their business to mainland China. So it was my first time to realize I should be proud of being a weirdo. 5 years ago, I started my journey to study in the US by entering an ESL program in a community college in Seattle. At that time, I could barely compose a sentence that is more complex than I want a cat. I pronounce evident as evident. I pronounce dragon as dragon. I could barely express myself to get along with people. So basically, I became a weirdo again. But the funny thing is, me, the weirdo who barely spoke, wanted to become a student leader. When I told my friend I want to apply for a job in student leadership, they told me that is impossible because never had an ESL student ever became a student leader. But I did not give up, and what turned out is, my weirdness made me the first ESL student leader ever. The student leadership department decided to find someone who can better connect with ESL students. So I joined the team, and we successfully held several We successfully held several events to promote the involvement for student activities, which made me later became the marketing coordinator. So again, I realized I should be proud of being a weirdo. Last year, I transferred to BU, majoring in advertising. I accidentally took a philosophy class and I fell in love with it, so I decided to minor in philosophy. Philosophy and advertising, a very unusual combination. I am always asked why I didn't choose psychology, film and TV, or communication study, which are more related to advertising. I'm easily viewed as nerdy in my advertising classes because of my minor. And when I registered for an advanced philosophy class, my professor warned me how hard the materials can be but never warned my classmates. I feel I am not supposed to be in the class when I am not a philosophy major like everyone else in the class. But I no longer fear being different from the majority because I have realized this is what made me be me, not anyone else. I wish people would never find out how effectively philosophical knowledge can help with advertising study and even other aspects in my life. If my passion pushed me to be different from other people, or if my interest made me become a weirdo, I would love to be a weirdo. I'm sure we all feel misfit, and sometimes you may choose to adjust yourself to conform to the majority. Because you constantly feel you are so different, you feel there must be something wrong with you. And you don't want to be a weirdo. But I hope the stories I shared today will change your perception of being different, being like a misfit, or even a weirdo. I hope you will truly follow your heart to become a person who you want to be instead of who other people want you to be. If you find yourself might be a weirdo, congratulations, you should be proud of being a weirdo. Thank you.